Now, I have to be quiet for them to shoot the scene, but obviously we're getting a lot done today. Thank you for subscribing as well. Now stay tuned for a, let's just say, interesting scene.
Waluigi? Ah! Cut.
Why Nintendo? Because one year I was watching a little show I'd like to call Stupid Mario Brothers on YouTube.com, and it inspired me because they were just kids in their backyard making movies, and I'm like, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. Let's get the same costumes, and then I fell in love with Nintendo.
It's pretty cool, I guess. I'm just giving him crap because he's behind the camera. He spent his own money to rent an awesome studio.
This was not an easy project, probably because we all had conflicting schedules. So a lot of what you see in this series, we're probably not even in the same place on the same day. So it's a lot of in-camera trickery and visual effects editing and a bunch of other stuff that we're doing to try to make it appear we're all in one scene.
There wasn't really much for me to do per se. I mean, I've had some talking lines and I filmed the fight scene earlier today, but I haven't had too much to do. It's mostly been the others playing characters with bigger roles in the show, but you know, I guess I kind of like the change of pace for me, you know, not having to do all of the fight scenes and stuff like that, so there wasn't really too much I had to do.
True.
We did a lot of like really cool moves, and I think we have that synergy because we also did Saber Comp together when we did it like 2 years ago. So it really reflects that in the scene. Because I'm sure Brower is going to make like a whole video or something. Just anytime that I forget my lines is really funny because like sometimes they're just like the simplest lines, and I like remember in my brain like all the complicated ones, but it's like the small lines for whatever reason that I forget sometimes. So
it's time for the real fight.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'll go and scout the area. Ah! God!
Guessing you've enjoyed the change of pace from main character to side character.
Very much so, because you're usually dragging my ass all over the place, so.
Glad you enjoy it.
Does it feel finally being wrapped for a show? Feels pretty good, because that means I can stop worrying about it. One less thing to worry about.
Master Hand is probably my favorite character that you've had me play. Well, I'm not weak. We've established that. But I am a tiny, non-intimidating baby.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I mean, that's true. I'm still surprised that you think I make a good villain. I'm not scary. Oh, man.
When I roll action, it all comes out.
But I really did like it. Chris makes such a good sword fighter. I want him, if it's okay, I'm going to ask him. I want him to borrow my saber. Because, like, sure, he may have a preference to long swords. But stabs and tonfas?
Yeah.
Come on, Chris. You have way more power than you show off!
Because in high school, I was just like, let's go episode by episode, because I had nothing to do in high school, so we were free all the time. And we made like a few seasons of Young Mario Bros. Sadly. And then we did Solid Snake, and then we wanted to do what Marvel did, like make movies and then make the Avengers, like what we're doing now. And with Solid Snake, we had military gear, because I think one of my friends was in the military and he had leftover army stuff. Let us use it. And then with Link, I've always been just a fan of medieval stuff, so I did Link next. And I didn't really play any other games besides those two, so I just went, alright, Smash Bros is next, right? And so we did that, and then we just kind of went off with that material, like making Phase 1, Phase 2, and now we're here.
Well, now that begs the question, now with this new incarnation, why did you decide to incorporate, let's say, Waluigi?
Waluigi, because now that I've actually played some Nintendo games, I've always felt bad for Waluigi not getting his own game, so we made him his own movie.
I've never gotten to play like one of the main characters in any of the series, so like even though I'm evil, this is awesome. I love it.
Nico. Nico literally told me, hey dude, my friend is doing this medieval series, and then I contacted you, and then we just did this. Started off.
I'm like, hey, I need a flashback.
It's a lot of fun. It was definitely enjoyable to act with like a group of friends and just create something more than like anything else, to be completely honest. It was definitely enjoyable, super creative.
My favorite type of fantasy character, I would like to say wizard or witch because that's like all I've ever done for all my life. But since I started playing D&D, it's probably a bard because they're in love with anyone, and so am I. So, you know, I gotta go where I'm wanted, you know?
Now, my favorite fantasy class is Knight, obviously. Knight, fighter, paladins, all those guys with swords, big, burly, masculine men in swords. Clad in steel, or sometimes clad in nothing at all but baby oil. Or just clothing. Yeah.
How it happened was that I remember one day I was either watching a true crime documentary or just looking at stupid videos on YouTube, which is what I normally do on a daily. And Brower had messaged me asking me if I could be a camera person, which it took me by surprise because, you know, for me, I would say that I'm an alright camera person, and I had never had anybody ask me if I would work on, you know, a project for them. And honestly, I had seen a lot of, you know, Zaandarbrow's videos. So in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, the cool kids are asking me to sit at their table.
It was very fun. Something I haven't really done before, but it really did like work out. A lot of very interesting, very simple stunts that we were able to pull and really like helped sell like the scenes that we were doing. It was a very good time. So much fun. If you would like to reach out to me for any kind of work or anything, you can reach out to me on @It'sToastedToast on both Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, that's about it.
Every scene with Nikea is always an amazing thing because she delivers her lines well, so she really works well with
action.
Stay back!
I'm only here for the grail. It's your own fault, Sir Gideon, that you work for a thief.
My king would never take anything unless it was necessary for the kingdom!
Oh, really?
The other characters. And she just steals the show. Especially my fight scene with her, I love how she just really played with the choreography.
I love how you kick her and she's like, no, that was awesome.
I know, right?
And action.
I'm so sorry.
That was awesome. Oh my god, that was so awesome. Please tell me you got that on camera.
I don't.
I would definitely say organization was our biggest issue, but I would also argue that another issue that we should do regarding the future is just like actually having a solid plan, which I will take some of that blame for. There were some things that we could have, and I'm not saying this to doubt the final product because I know the final product's gonna be great. Like the hardest thing by far is like getting everyone organized, and for at least an hour or so we were trying to make sure everyone knew where to go on that rooftop, and that was probably far one of the most stressful things. And then David, who was our drone artist, who did a great job by the way, hit me with a last minute, I gotta go. So that was just a lot of on my plate. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna just say that that wasn't a good day overall. I had a lot of fun. While we were waiting for people, we were having like a ton of stupid sword fights, a bunch of great conversations, and honestly, I'd say the best part about this whole production and Zaandarbrow in general has just been the people. I've made some very good lifelong friends doing these projects, and that's why I'm very passionate about seeing it to the end, because I'm a sentimental person. I want to look back at this 5 years from now and just be like, I'm really glad that I got to push myself and do it.
Same.
Yeah, this is the kind of film I don't think I ever would have pushed myself to do alone. Like, you kind of need other people to do this with you.
Yeah, because when I first met Brower, he told me about the Smash project, and he was like, "Oh yeah, our Waluigi just quit, and we need someone else to play him." I was like, "Okay, I don't mind. I would like to go back to acting. You know, I've been acting since I was a kid in Brazil." So when he offered me, I was like, "Okay, that can be fun." You know, I know Shady was already doing Link, so I thought working with them could be fun, could be different, something to do in my spare time. And I would say my favorite part to play that character would be to actually when we planned out, because for Smash, me and Shady, we pretty much wrote the main events of the whole story, and then Brower went ahead and wrote the parts in between. So we got to develop the characters more or less, or have an idea of how they were gonna play it out.
The reason why I chose to make little shorts, like short films instead of seasons, because every time I made a season, either one of my friends would be busy or being not free at all, like moving away half the time, so we had to cancel the next season. So I'm like, you know what, instead of making cliffhangers and not knowing if I'm going to be able to film stuff next time, let's just make one movie and finally have the end on the title. So next time we do make a movie, it'll be like, alright, this guy for this movie and this guy for this movie, instead of, hey, are you free next season? No, I moved. Oh shit, okay.
Is that what happened with Unknown Plumber?
Yes, everyone got new jobs and couldn't film anymore.
Let me interview you a little bit about Unknown Plumber, because that was kind of the show that's currently your most popular show on YouTube.
Thank you, but hey, watch our other shit.
Yeah, well, that begs the question though, like, what in your mind made Unknown Plumber more successful than anything else?
I feel like because it was the first like spin-off Mario show I did, when it's just Mario, because it was just usually Mario teaming up with someone else. But in this show we were focusing on Mario's storyline, which was sucky in the first season, like, oh, Amnesia, no one did that before, with the amazing acting, and my old, still kind of old editing. Season 2 is when I actually learned how to do lightsaber effects. And pretty much I think what people were watching about it is, alright, where is it? The show's not great, but I want to see what happens.
It's not, the blueprint's not my fault, it's Michael's fault. It's always, whenever Michael does something stupid.
I was nervous because I wasn't sure if I would be good, but then it was such a really fun experience. I'd say the hardest thing to film were the action sequences, like all the fighting and all that stuff, because that is not my area of expertise. Whenever I have filmed something, a lot of the times people are standing in just one set location, minimum movement. So having to do action scenes, I was like, oh my gosh, am I equipped for this? They didn't teach me this in film school, but it turned out to be a really great experience. So yeah, that is my journey with this project. And you can follow me on Instagram at amor_mariposa13. And then I have my professional Instagram, twas.written. And yeah, thank you.
What would you say has been like the thing that you're going to take away from Smash compared to like Medieval? Like what makes this show, what was the highlight of this show compared to Medieval?
The highlight of the show actually is just the fun characters, and surprisingly enough, the character interactions, the talking parts. That's what actually, I'd say.
Get to know them more.
Yeah, it's like getting to know them more.
Adding my own things into lines, like, you know, just a lot of the things that I say aren't even part of the script. They're just like, oh yeah, I feel like this would, you know, could add, you know, make this scene a little more funny, or if it's a, you know, a more serious situation and I feel like, you know, something should be said this way, or, you know, adding an extra line could, you know, just add whatever, you know, that moment needs. You know, I guess it just depends on, you know, the comedic roles are more fun to do because, you know, you get to, especially just making up silly lines that I add in, that can be pretty fun.
One of my favorite things is Save the World, because filming that series is just a bunch of mayhem. Shout out to Billy, he's one of my favorite actors to work with, because we're just improvising half the time on set, which is what I do with everybody, but in Save the World, it's so comedic.
And action.
Well, good luck with the game, guys. I'm gonna check the... Fuck. I was gonna say variants for the perimeter.
I'm gonna check the variant.
It's fun, we have a great time here.
I've never played this game. I finally watched my husband, Michael, who plays Dark Link in this show, played the Breath of Wild for a while, but he doesn't follow the storyline. He's the type of person who go around and try to kill as many monsters as possible before he moves on. So I never really got to see the storyline.
Ironically enough, I made a Zelda show when I was a kid, but that was just because my friends really wanted to do it. I never, to this day, have played Zelda. I still don't really know much about it.
I like to play dark characters. It's really fun because I normally do comedy, if you couldn't guess by my interview. I like the dark characters. Being a villain and just being brutal is so much fun.
So my favorite thing about acting in general is I get to be in different characters and living in different worlds. Like for example, for this one, I get to be Zelda even though I'm Asian. I don't have blonde hair. And I didn't wear a wig at all. I just used my natural black hair and played Zelda, be in this adventure with Link, so it was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, choreographing with Michael is pretty fucking cool. He's actually a really cool guy. But I'm gonna be honest, anytime that it was just me against Link, we just kind of just winged it, and it became a real fucking fight. So everything you see with me versus Link is pretty much real. Link got hurt a lot. Get your fucking long ass sword out of here. You keep on going to me, like into...
It's actually a lot easier for me choreographing something that I'm actually in. Because normally when I come up with choreography, I have to either have basic training for the actors if they've never thrown a punch in their life, or if I normally would see their skill sets. I would ask, what have you done? Have you danced? Yes, dancing does help with choreography. Have you done martial arts in the past? I need to know their basic abilities, because I can't come up with choreography like with somebody doing a backflip if the character can't do a backflip. If a character's not good at punching, then I wouldn't have them do punching. But for myself, I know all my capabilities and I know what I can do, and I've known all of these guys for long enough to come up with choreography that I would feel comfortable with.
My husband, who did most of the fight choreography for the show, designed the fight choreography for the 2 parts I did, and it was pretty easy, and I think it turned out pretty good. Even though we didn't really have much time to practice, we literally had it designed on the fly, practiced for like twice, and then did it, and I think it turned out pretty good. And me and Brower, we both have been practicing stuff for a while, so we have good chemistry.
Don't mess with us. What would you say is the most difficult part about filming this production? Going to location, memorizing lines, any of that.
Can I be honest?
Sure.
Just being there. No, just being there.
Oh. Alright, you know what?
I was pulled in this show last minute. Like literally the day before they were filming it, Brower messaged me, hey, our Zelda can't make it. Can you come out to be the Zelda? I was like, I don't even know what's going on in this whole story, but fine, I guess. And then that's when I met the Link, Shady.
Yep.
I've never worked with him before, but I have to immediately have him become the love of my life.
Now, it's obviously a lot of fun to get to set, except when you're driving to set, because let's be honest, here in Florida, people do not know how to drive. I wonder how Brian feels about driving to set, or anywhere in Florida.
There is not a time where I am driving to work where I don't feel like I have to fear for my fucking life to get where I'm going. Speed limits are a suggestion. For anyone who has ever lived in Florida, specifically Orlando, you will understand what I am saying. If you drive the speed limit, which is somewhere between 55 and 60, on I-4 through Orlando, you're gonna get run the fuck over. The speed limit on I-4 is somewhere between 10, because there's so much goddamn traffic, or it's like 80, and there is no in between. Turn signals, 100% optional. I have seen people drive from one lane to the opposite lane, off way past where they should have gotten off on the exit, cut off a few people, and almost flip their car. And I have seen it more than once. It's ridiculous. Learn how to drive.
You know, that's a very good point.
How is it actually getting to see the footage rather than waiting on a project for years and not getting any?
Oh, you mean like all the Full Sail stuff I did for free? Which I normally charge a surplus of $200 of being a stunt coordinator, but I was being nice to Full Sail students and being a stunt coordinator for free just in hopes of getting footage. It's always nice to see what you do and put your work into. I agree. Brower and I have been talking, no spoilers here, but I have some ideas that we can incorporate, and I have some really good ideas for fights. I have some really good ideas for fights.
Like, as much as I love Mario, and we're still gonna continue doing it, I also love that our channel has become this thing where we kind of just do other things. So maybe we'll explore other things. You don't know. I love the reactions that we get for like the skits and stuff like that too. So I'm hoping.
Does that mean we might have Christmas save the world?
maybe as like a guardsman or something like that. You know? Or like a skit or something like that, because I did love doing the skits because they're just random and really funny. So
whenever we do something stupid, it's a learning point to have it on camera.
Yeah, I love the skits because you kind of get a glimpse of just like us without like really acting, like how we just are for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of ideas. I've been establishing characters on my YouTube channel, Wolven Swiftwind. Check it out. Good quality Let's Plays and good quality content. I do have some ideas for some short films, but they require time and money, so if I ever take off on YouTube, get enough money to do them, oh yeah, I have some great ideas.
I also think it's a good way to segue into when it comes to boundaries and when it comes to like your mental health or anything like that, don't be afraid to advocate for yourself. And if you need that time away from whatever you're doing, whether it's like work or projects or whatever, I think having the time to re-energize and get to a point where you can do it and do it to the best of your ability is so much more important than getting it out just to get it out. No matter what, like if you're
health
feeling
over
shitty,
quantity.
Yeah, like feeling shitty and doing it, it's just not gonna like translate well. As well as if you are at 100%. So don't be afraid to like tell people your boundaries, and because I'm still learning mine every day, and it's really helpful to have friends that understand when you need those boundaries up.
Coming from our previous projects doing video game stuff, would you say we have improved since the last one?
Definitely, 100%, definitely, heavy improvement. It definitely comes down to you getting better in regards to your writing, you having all the best people that you could find helping you with your choreography and planning things out, and definitely in regards to, well, your writing and editing team helping you out as well. Because, don't get me wrong, I may not be the best of friends with everyone, but everyone does a good job.
I thought the best part about him being Waluigi was the original character created by Nintendo is tall, weak, and ugly, yet they cast a beautiful, strong, short man.
I love you, but fuck you.
Our Wario was taller.
Just something I'd like to add, just for the sake of the interview. When I was thinking about it in hindsight, I low-key kind of wanted to swap their roles, have him play Waluigi and have him play Snake. because it made more sense in my head, but I'm very happy with the casting.
Are you calling me tall, lanky, and ugly?
Yes.
Thanks.
And also a big shout out to those people who react to our videos. You don't know how rewarding it is to see you guys watching our videos and enjoying them. We work so hard on these, and thank you so much. Shout out to Night Stalker. Shout out to Night Stalker for being a long-term fan of the channel. And this here is one of my favorite clips in any reaction video.
This video is dedicated to
Zaandarbrow! Can we have Waluigi and Smash, please?
And shout out to Ghost.
This is really difficult for, especially during COVID, to get any roles these days. And me as an Asian, like, very rare the roles ever written for Asians.
So you did an amazing job. I mean, it almost felt like you liked me.
I know, right?
Right, wow.
Alright, so me on Instagram is YLIU99, and I know it's a weird name. I just came
I'll
up
screenshot
with
it.
Yeah, just put it put it here because I wasn't planning to do acting or modeling when I came up with the Instagram name. I literally was originally using my Instagram to stalk all the celebrities I like.
Good evening, people of the internet. Are you bored out of your mind? Are you tired of waiting on that Netflix show to finally put out more episodes? Well then look no further than Zaandarbrow. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to get notified on future videos, which updates fairly frequently. And hell, you're already on a video right now, so why don't you go ahead and do that so you don't look like a total asshole. Now, back to the video.
And like the fact that everyone did their part and didn't like give up on it, so
Not just that, but went above and beyond, most people.
yeah. And shout out to Billy and Nakia, because Billy shows up every time, even when they're super busy. Nakia, I'm surprised, shows up. Thank you guys for being a part of this project. Billy couldn't make it for the interview section of the documentary, so shout out to Billy. Follow Hugh Magoo on Instagram. Always a pleasure having you around. Well guys, thank you guys for watching this interview. I'm Will Brower, Zaandarbrow. My social medias are in the description below.
Again, my name's Kayvon. You can find me on Prince Halu for Instagram, or just Kayvon Logan for Twitter. I suggest go for Instagram.
Yeah, thank you guys for being subscribed to the channel. Thanks for being patient with me while I'm gone. I really hope you guys enjoy Smash Bros. When it comes out. If you guys want to see all my cosplay stuff, my handle is Quesadilla Cosplay. I'm sure Brower will put it in the description or something somewhere. And I do hopefully plan on Twitch streaming this year if I can get everything set up, because I play a lot of Genshin Impact. I play like just a bunch of other games. I just finished The Last of Us Part 2, which I know I'm like super late on, but literally one of the most incredible games I've ever played. So we'll do stuff, like play random stuff, and Brower has his channel, so like maybe I'll just pop in at some point.
Feel free to solo stream on mine one time.
Yeah.
I'm Brian playing Waluigi. Follow me on YouTube, Ryan Santamonte, and on Instagram, B_RY02. And yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Cole Sorello. I'm here playing Solid Snake. I'm the hardest person you will ever find.
Chill. Now continue.
What the fuck? Hey guys, it's me, Cole Sorello, playing Soft Snake. Very, very soft. All the time.
Hi guys, Shady O'Malley here. At this point, you should already know who I am from the Zaandarbrow channel. Check me out on Ultra Swag Time. I also have my Shady O'Malley account on YouTube. Shady O'Malley is mainly used for like my vlogs, while Ultra Swag Time is used for more like the high-end quality stuff that I end up putting out, like a movie
Jerry
or,
the Snowman.
Jerry the Snowman, which he played, very recently we started doing more like challenge videos, like the 300 video sub special, which he was in. We're gonna be putting out more videos soon as this show's out. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm a photographer, and if you're around the Orlando area, please hire me. I would love some money.
Hire all of us, please.
Yeah, yeah.
We leave me
money.
out. I'm going home.
Hire him in Pete.
Okay, before
the bad state.
July, hire us as a team.
New Jersey, fuck you. Wait, Pennsylvania.
And can you please say subscribe to Zaandarbrow and plug yourself? Shut up. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare bring that up.
It sounded like if somebody took Yoda from Brenda Brow. Xander the Brow. Subscribe to him or else. And also subscribe to Wolf and Swiftwind. I hear they are pretty cool.
This has been IKEA. I play Heloise. If you guys want to continue, like, you know, stalking me or whatever, that's totally fine. Follow me on Twitter, Shoephone Weasley. That's SHOEFONE, not PH, because
I'll put it right here.
Couldn't make it fit. And then on Instagram, I am IrmaBlurb93. He's gonna spell it for you because I know y'all can't spell that. It's fine. I got it from Adventure Time. So, yeah.
It's been Arius as Toadsworth, and I don't know. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on there. Oh, it's been great.
My Instagram is Might of Acosta. Just search that up. Acostia.
I'll put it right
here. Yeah, you'll put it right here. And my YouTube channel. I haven't really started up my YouTube channel yet, so yeah.
Join us next time as we review more crazy shit about humanity itself.
I fucking hate humans.
Yeah, Hound. Comment below and let us know what you think, and subscribe!